we need to talk about the parallels, the continuity, and the evolution in Taylor's lyrics, from her past works to the life of a showgirl. Let's start with The Fate of Ophelia. In the song, she basically tells her lover that he saved her from drowned in the melancholy, which feels like a reference to Lavender Haze and the line, "And you don't really read into my melancholia." We move from "I hate it here, so I will go to secret gardens in my mind" to
inside my memory and only you possess the key.
Basically, in "I hate it here," the key belongs to her and only her, to a world where she feels safe. And in The Fate of Ophelia, she tells how she's no longer hiding and she's letting someone in. She's trusting him. In Opalite, Taylor says, "You finally left the table, and what a simple thought. You're starving till you're not."
A simple thought, you're starving till you're not.
And it has parallels with "Right Where You Left Me" and the line,
Hell, I'm still at the restaurant.
"Still sitting in a corner I haunt." And they finally left the table.
They left the table.
A fan on Tumblr pointed out that Taylor lets us know in the song how both were starving for love. She was eating out of the trash, going to failed relationships, and he was at the table, starving, waiting for his relationship to work. It also reminds me of the song Tolerated in general and her performance in the Eras tour. And we move from Sleepless in the Onyx Night, with Midnights, which was all about Taylor's 13 sleepless nights and the darkness of the tortured poets, to The Sky is Opalite with The Life of a Showgirl.
This is really serious.
Yeah, it really was.
In Honey, Taylor says, "Redefined all of those blues when you say honey." In many previous songs, Taylor has referred to the color blue as a symbol of sadness. And now she's saying that this new person, this new love, redefined this color for her. In Wood, Taylor says all of that bitchin' wishing on a falling star. In the poem from the Tortured Poets Department, she says, "Tried wishing on comets, tried dimming the shine, tried to orbit his planet, some stars never align. And in one conversation, I tore down the whole sky." Now, she refers to that as wishing on a falling star, but it's a double reference, both to making wishes on shooting stars and to the double meaning that she tried to make a relationship work with Hollywood stars in the past. In Elizabeth Taylor, we have,
Trade the Cartier for someone to trust.
and in The Prophecy, she makes it clear that she would be willing to give everything up just to have someone by her side, when she says, "Don't want money, just someone who wants my company."
To trust. We hit the best.
But the "just kidding" part, to me, feels like no more paper rings. By the way, if you want to know the story behind this song, I'll leave this video below in the description box. In Eldest Daughter, we have the line, "When I said I don't believe in marriage, that was a lie." It reminds me of Lavender Haze and how she referred to marriage as the 1950s shit they want from her. Lavender Haze is a song where Taylor tells the other person that they're fine staying in that honeymoon phase, and they can just stay there. Fans have used this song to say that Taylor doesn't believe in marriage, but you just have to look a little deeper into her discography and her interviews to realize that's not true. Then we have You're Losing Me with And I Wouldn't Marry Me Either, a pathological people pleaser. Finally, in Eldest Daughter, Taylor confesses to her lover and to everyone that it was a lie. She does believe in marriage, and in the bridge, she confesses that she said dumb things because she thought she would never have that life. Taylor talking about starting a family.
This is really serious.
Yeah, it really was.
In the past, Taylor has talked about having kids. In Starlight, she says, "We could get married, have 10 kids, and teach them how to dream." In Peace, it's more melancholic and says, "Give you my wild, give you a child," like the things she would do for the other person. Basically, she says, "I can give you everything, my passion, my stability, even a family. But still, I can't give you peace. In Tortured Poets, she only mentions babies more as a joke. But in Wishlist, she really confesses to her lover, more confidently and with trust, and tells him, "I want to have kids with you." And Taylor confessed that Wishlist is her happy place.
When I was, when I met Travis, I started to feel a little bit like I could be like a person who could have romantic whims and have these dreams. And the song Wishlist is like that chorus, like you were just talking about the verses, which were so fun and funny to write, but it gets very sincere in the chorus. I don't know if you've seen the movie Happy Gilmore, but he has this happy place, like where he goes into this utopia of this is exactly what he would want, and this is where he escapes to mentally in times of stress, pressure, anxiety, or chaos. And that chorus of that song is me just describing what my happy place is.
And that's his happy place.
Yes.
Like that chorus, I just wanted a chorus like that basically shows you what mine is and sounds exactly how mine would sound. Like this is utopia for me. That's where I go when I'm stressed out.
This is what I want. This is my wish list. And I just love this one. It just makes me feel like I'm flying through clouds.
And Taylor confirms in Actually Romantic that indeed, her ex ghosted her, like she hinted in The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Many people didn't like that she confirmed this, but it's not something Taylor should be embarrassed about. It's something he should. And speaking of The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, there's also a comparison with Honey. While in that song, Taylor says, "You said normal girls were boring, but you were gone by the morning." In Honey, she says, "But you say it like you're in awe of me, and you stay until the morning." And in The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, she also says, "You didn't measure up in any measure of a man." While in Wood, she says, "New heights of manhood." And we have Taylor once again talking about legacy, this time making it clear that this empire belongs to her
belongs to me.
and it's immortal.
I'm immortal now.
Basically, in this album, Taylor Swift finally realizes that she is Taylor Swift. What other references, parallels, and hidden details did you find in this album? Let me know below in the comments. Meanwhile, I invite you to watch these videos where I talk about Easter eggs and the stories behind the life of a showgirl.